About the challenge.
$2 million.
When are we doing 2 episodes?
Extortion
Let's
for bigger
go.
portions.
So, we ready?
Yeah, we are ready.
Ye, kibuhlane. You madness.
I mean, why is your shirt? It's looking small.
This guy is
Are you exercising for the challenge? No, you can big. And nobody's gonna say anything.
This guy's serious.
So don't laugh. Okay, let's start with you.
Oh, this guy, I have to breathe in now. The whole show I'll be breathing in.
No, I've wondered all the times when he starts sweating on the show. Can't he?
I'm breathing.
He's holding it in. So let's just.
No, he's happy. He's like, yeah, he's fat.
I think a recap of the challenge. Ne?
What challenge is this?
You said Tuso had to be next to
You look
swimming.
funny, dude. Just open it.
You said Tuso doesn't know anything about swimming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Body length, and you insulted his intelligence.
Okay.
He went home and he felt cack about it. He didn't even go home. Like,
He went to
20
gym
minutes
immediately.
after-
Oh, look at
after
this.
gymming,
This one.
fuck, Lyndon Mabahambe, right? And then he challenged you to a swim.
Check. Can I borrow the aircon thing, please?
100 meters, ne? Between the two of you. And then Jack decided he also wants to join the race.
100 meters.
Also 100 meters.
And who won, Gonch? Jack.
So we haven't had the race.
But the other one that we did outside, I've still got the video. One of them was, in fact, you know what? It's on. I'm putting it on.
you putting it
yes,
on?
I
Okay, no,
can
it's
expose
fine.
them.
It's fine.
I'm breathing in here, and some people are exposing me. It's on. You know what? I'm fast. But these guys were like walking back when we were still running.
It's two sides, Jack. Me, I accept being a loser there. That shirt does not accept being a loser. I'm telling you now.
It's holding on, Chief. It's
For
holding
dear
on.
life.
So the challenge is this.
You know that I am the editor of the song.
So you're gonna
I'm going to cut all this thing out.
The challenge is this, ne? End of October. We said September, but
Ain't funny
by
about
the
it.
look of things,
It's not working.
We won't.
But I'm sorry, you are.
Just give me my money.
We won't
He
get
reckons he's
there.
going to win.
You think so?
I'll beat all of you at both.
Okay.
Give me my money.
The running, I told you.
Running, no, I've got
So it's between you two.
I've
And
got a new
he was a basketball player, he was a runner, he's a swimmer. What else?
Yeah.
A womanizer.
So let's finish the challenge, ne? So the challenge, that car challenge, Yamajita, Tuso Linda in the swimming pool. I think let's push it back to end of October.
Yeah,
Right?
let me do some weight, guys.
Yeah, let's push it back to end of October.
Last weekend of October.
Yeah, last weekend of October. I think
But this guy,
happened
no. Let's make it as soon as possible. Let me get humiliated and get over and done with
as
it.
soon as possible.
Maybe first
then.
week of October. Because this guy is going to gym. He's going to get a personal trainer. He's going to go. Who's this guy? The guy with the big shoulders that used to win a lot back in the days. You even knows his name. In South African one, man, with Afrikaans name.
Chad
Little.
Rake Netherlands.
He's Natling. He's probably got great Natling on speed dial. How much is the lesson and all that? He's swimming. Oh, it was a little backstroke.
So what's been your regiment so far?
I
Have you
haven't done
been
jack.
running?
I haven't. Can you see my stomach, Joe? I haven't done jack.
Okay, I was just.
I haven't done him.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Never seen
I've offended the producer. This thing is gonna be cancelled.
And you, buddy, how's it been
No,
going?
just
Have you lost
spinning,
anything?
Just
Oh, he's spinning.
But not regularly, not enough.
He
But
didn't
you
know.
think you can beat
Remember the first time I was like, look at me. It's a spinning. Who says that spinning?
That was the last time we ever solved anything. Okay, so
It's on.
First week, we'll decide a date. I think we'll decide a date.
When last day I swim?
We'll let the
Okay,
guys know.
after that we play chess.
Yeah, no.
I have to win back.
No, you don't. You've lost so much already
What have I lost?
So-
I haven't lost anything.
so far. So
No, I'm unlike other people that have lost.
let's let that
running for an hour.
We'll think about a date, ne?
Okay.
Sure.
And then we will see
First week of October is
the
fine.
winner, right? And then who sent you a DM, a private DM?
DM.
Friend request.
Oh, that thing about okay. I've got a guy that needs help. Zuili, right? A friend of mine, Soweto. And you know what they say about Soweto, okay?
But
They know everything.
What's that, Jack?
they think they...
Yeah, Jack. Don't you think Jack knows everything? Rugby is whack. That is a rugby whack. I can beat you. Typical. I can beat you, right? I can beat you. Give me my money.
Can I watch paint?
Rugby. I can watch paint dry. Rugby. Has never, ever been here. Wow. Give us a wait. The mic just fell. Never. You can't use the mic. Give us a wait. We know that. But Pitoria. Honestly, but Pitoria. Okay, do you know a joke about Pitoria? But if you want to know, how do you get to know Mutwapitoro Aperebugai? He'll tell you. Mfana wayitsake indiphat. Yeah,
Of course.
so he's from Soweto. So he recently bought an X250 D Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes, okay.
Don't know why people do that.
Who
I don't-
buys
No,
an X250?
why don't you go buy Nissan Navara? Because that's what it is, and you've got you pay 200,000 rand less, I suppose. So he's got an X250 bought from an Audi dealership, right? It's got 120,000. He bought it 120,000, but it's been giving him problems, right? So firstly, he gave him a clutch problem, and then secondly, at 60 kilometers, it will cut, right? And
Like high fit house 60.
yeah, it's an engine protecting itself from something. So it cuts it off. So the engine picks up something and thinks, look, something's going to go off. Let me cut myself to preserve the engine, which is a good thing. Because back in the days when I was trying the engine, and it had exhaust issues, right? So we took it to a dealership. They tried fixing it, the Audi dealership, and they actually end up saying, look, take it to Merck. Because he also had he did say actually he had these after
And warranty.
aftermarket
warranty.
warranties.
Yeah.
So he took it there. To Bitverse, they said take it to Mercedes Benz where they're checking it out. His biggest issue is that it's been there for 6 weeks.
And we all know what the bill's going to be.
But is the
But he's
progress,
not, he's not going to pay for it. Clearly, the
it'll
thing.
put down like
So
the warranty.
he's worried that thing is the right procedure. And I said, you know what, you've been treated well. I don't know what you think. Audi was right. Mercedes is doing they're doing well. But now he's like, I'm hard full of
But
this thing.
after market hiking, is it with Bitvest?
It's with Bitvest.
yeah.
Now we're giving them free. But shame, you know what? Let's be honest. They did a good job. They haven't worried him so far. Maybe he's gonna come back and say, we cover only. You know, I just.
Bantu ba batla na le loophole.
Have you seen them? They're always the guy that's, I don't know, I just work here, but we just cover 20%. They all sound like that. So, anyways, so far it's good. But he's hurtful. He's like, I was like, I haven't enjoyed this car, so I want to change it. Right. So he's got 2 kids, lives in Jozi, got just away too. So obatla something. By virtue of him buying the X250D, tells you.
I think he just wanted to be different.
I think people that buy Mercedes-Benz bike, I've got another buddy that's got it, that buy that, they think it's Lonnie. They see it as a Mercedes-Benz of bikes.
Yeah, I'm like,
But if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. We look at you like you spend too much money.
like
for
now
that
when I
car.
read this, I don't know jack about cars, but I saw this, I was like, who freaking buys a Mercedes?
But it's a beautiful,
A
like it's got a
Mercedes
good
bike.
interior. It's a Mercedes bike. It's got that big Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, it's top dog kind of thing.
Would you buy it?
No.
Okay.
But I know that if you take that thing off, it's like, how can I say, Tuzo ke ngwanyana. Which I think he is.
One triangle, son.
That's why they think it's beautiful. Like we get to if you look at all our which one to say when they comment, oh, that guy's beautiful. Heban.
Beautiful.
Who beautiful?
That's
Heban. Kiri, that's why. You know why she's beautiful. So he's tired of this guy. He wants to. He's got a 500,000 rand budget. He's not sure what to get, right? He's like, look, he sort of likes the Q5, sort of like the Tiguan, I'm a rock. He actually even talked about the F-Type that we talked about the other week. So he's a bit confused. He's like, into a cool.
Also, it's not even so much for family,
But he's got 2 kids.
because F-Type won't do.
I'm sure you can fit 2 kids at the back.
Come on.
You can't. It doesn't even have the thing. F-Type doesn't have. No? Doesn't have a CTR. So, but he was looking at the F-Type. And was even saying, maybe I should even get a Polo or something, a smaller car. So I'm like, no, don't do that. You're going to be depressed because you've been used to a big car, that power, and then you're going to get into a Polo, Vivo, and Oloy Heart, and then you're going to... I think you've experienced something else. So
What did he have before the X250? Do you know?
he had the A5.
Okay.
A5, the 4-door. What is it? The one, the beautiful, I think it's a B8.
Yeah.
The Sportsback.
Sportback,
The pretty ones.
So what is he saying?
So he wants 500,000. Suggest the guy's got 2 boys from Soweto. So you have to understand he has to have street cred. So, that sportsman.
I think it
What?
I only chose one car,
Which
only
is?
one option, which
It's
I
fine,
saw.
whatever you find.
Which is what?
It's a C-class.
Next.
No, it's a C-class, but it's not that one that you see there on the photo. It's a C200 Cabriolet AMG.
I think those things.
So why do we have a
2017.
sedan here?
Yeah.
on
No,
the
because I couldn't find the photo.
Give me a
Shut
Mercedes,
up.
it's fine. Oh,
Give me
Salah.
a Benz,
According
oh,
to you.
Salah.
We want
That's
a
why
guy.
you're the sports
This
guy.
is the
No,
sports guy. I
why?
mean, why? Okay,
Relax,
where did you
relax.
find it? Where
Don't
did you
have
see
it.
it? How much was the price?
No, I think I'm
Didn't-
going to give you...
Okay,
But
carry
where
on.
you saw it, there's no picture. That's what I'm asking.
Is it you or the shirt talking? Leave
Look,
it.
Emone,
Let's
sorry,
leave it.
I am
Leave it,
saying
leave it, leave it.
that's not funny.
2017. That's why you're laughing.
No, this guy's gonna come back and say it's hilarious because like, Tunana get clever. We take it clever.
2017, eh?
Convertible or coupe or
C-class.
convertible yabule Gaudim.
Cabriolet.
You know what that means?
Convertible, slasa.
Yabule. I said to door. Okay.
Slasa.
Then why do you put a
Okay.
picture like this?
No, it's
I'm
sorry,
going
I
to
was
show-
misdirecting you. I'm sorry. 499,000.
How many Ks?
Get 2017, 82,000 Ks.
Yeah.
It's a petrol.
How many Ks?
82,000.
It's a 200.
C200.
Two. They'll fit. They'll fit.
They'll fit.
Two school
properly.
guns and stuff.
Ne? It still has the Balenciaga motor plan until 2025.
It's a 200.
Ne? Or 100,000 Ks.
The 200 has got that VVT gearbox.
And then it's got
CVT.
It's got the basics.
CVT. Black man.
So it's got the basics here, your heated seats, everything. that
Heated
you-
seats?
This one has got heated seats, electric windows, aircon, power steering, xenon lights, Burmester sound. Wow. The navigator.
I don't think things like electronic windows, navigator should be ever put
They
as
should
an
never
extra.
put them there. Let now
It's
well,
like-
Netefel, I
it's
just
like,
find
yeah.
them not. I mean, those are standards, ne? But Hake Shebilin,
What colour is it?
Being a father of 2, Linna, I'm not looking for street cred. Charcoal, is it charcoal? Yeah, it looks charcoal. Ne? I'm not looking for street cred. Ne? But it's a cool car. It's a nice car. 2 boys, you know, summer, early evening, Libuzu valid in Donat's house, Saturday coming back from the
We taken in
rugby
2017.
or the cricket, yeah.
And it still has motor plan.
2017. So
But everyone will think that he's driving his wife's car.
does it look
It's
girly?
Isn't it feminine? I think it's a bit feminine.
It is
Oh,
another
but
feminine
look at the
car.
color. It looks
Even worse.
It looks.
What color is it?
Bujita. Check the photo. It looks bujita. I don't know. So
Where, in
now
the
that
group?
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
now
what I
that
was
is
looking
that is
Charcoal,
what
even worse. It's all Lebanyan.
that is what I'm suggesting.
So why couldn't you put this
for
picture
him.
there?
No man, Linda, stop asking past tense. Let's move on. So this is my Kazweli for you, my friend.
If it means I have to wear these shirts to put proper pictures, I'll wear the shirt gracefully.
So Zweli, this is my car for you, my friend. Street cred, Kasi, or wherever, convertible, I think is still a cool car. Anywhere you go, it's still a car in and respect the
He
happy.
actually had a convertible, A5.
So now this is my car.
Yeah, look, I love these. Don't get me wrong. I do think it's a bit soft. It's a bit feminine.
Yeah, especially 200.
Yeah,
Guys.
if he said it was a car for the wife, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I'd give it 10 out of 10.
Or if you were like, I'm quite a pussy.
Okay, so is that the only thing that
I'm
you are
just
going
saying.
to
where
criticize?
these cars are concerned, for me, that's what it is. I actually like them.
I like them too,
It's
but I would
feminine.
buy it for my wife.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it for
for
myself.
Ligita, if I
not
not
cool.
too,
No,
it's not cool,
It's not
according
out.
to you.
Nah.
Okay, he'll
And
tell
it's got
us.
that small engine and that gearbox that just sounds weird. The VV. What is it?
CVT.
CVT. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. They're nice cars. If it was actually, I'd actually put him in a sedan that looks better
Okay.
and make it white and don't be like.
Or
yeah.
even a coupe.
Maybe even
coupe
Coupe, I
is
don't
like-
think so. I think white, even like Koloi nje, it mustn't try to do anything. Coupe is trying to be, like this is trying to be
No,
cool.
man, I get clever almost.
Bana,
clever,
e ba clever ka
street
koloi
cred.
nngwe mfethu. O na le koloi tse pao ka di reka. There's a lot of cars that have got street cred. Golf GTI is one of them.
But isn't that what's that?
That is-
I just think that even though it's high up there, ne, how little clever.
Amfani, you can't mistake
you won't
that.
buy a GTI because you then going udula suwe to dula kasi. What's the possibility of you being jacked?
I give up Fostana
But
gas.
I fumana
O tla e
back.
fumana, ha o Fostana
Man,
gas
so
ya hao.
now, and that's what I'm trying to say. How little clever you don't even want to put yourself in that situation.
Amfani, in fact, we kina ka yona. Okay.
So, definition
So,
and clever
we heard
thing.
about your girl car. Can you ask men?
The clever smakwala.
Kiri,
Asmagwala.
we've heard about your girl car, sir.
And for that matter, now I've got 3 cars, right? And one of the cars, I did look
God, I
at
said,
GTIs, definitely.
yeah,
I think
agrees.
GTIs are there within the price range with decent mileage. But I picked a 2015 VW Golf R Auto DSG, 88,000 Ks. There are others. There's a variation here. The years, some are 2014, whatever. Some have higher mileage than others. But this, because of the spec, I used this one for the show. And I think I test drove this thing. They gave it to me for a few days. Splendid car. It's a car I would definitely own. Beautiful.
Okay.
So that's choice number 1. It'll do the family job. We know golfs are practical. And it does the performance thing. It does the street cred thing. It's clever. It's an all-rounder.
Would you
The
go for
only
that?
thing it's not ticking,
Kilometers?
88,000. But as I said, I saw one at 58. Just was plain black, pre-facelift.
Is it ticking?
But this is also pre-facelift.
Oh yes, it is. Sorry. No, the mags are different. Yeah.
Guys, this is a
You're right, it's
father.
pre-facelift.
This is the 7. I don't. The 7s are. It's a 7. It's not 7.5.
7.5 will be the facelift.
How safe is it to drive this car
It's
anywhere
fine.
in Johannesburg?
It's
And
fine.
I
not
think
in terms
we've answered all those
questions. It's fine.
The interior of it clever. How chechu or what?
How low.
How low?
Look.
I get. Has it but clever too?
But in fact, you can't say that. This class, they hijack them.
So clever ke.
If you have to live your life, you have to live your life.
That he'll get jacked with Azama
Fear for all.
This
I'll
guy-
tab in next.
Okay.
You'll put yourself out there. You'll
Okay.
buy the
How
car
do
you
you-
want,
Udo shall
and you'll be
Okay.
able to defend
Udo
yourself.
shall us go, but
Okay.
because it's a
Okay.
Yeah, once.
Look, 7. I'd rather buy the GTI 7.5 because it will have that suspension, the variable
yes, the
suspension.
front
it will,
suspension.
I guess it's got the 7.5. It comes with this. You can the first one like soft, hard. The suspension that stiffens. It comes with it parks itself. So I would actually leave the R. I would go for the GTI later model.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay.
I think that's gorgeous. And the R, the R, there's nothing wrong. This just says, the R, there's nothing wrong. Honestly, there's nothing wrong. But I'll go for the 7.5.
What's the second car?
I've got 3.
Yeah. What's the second one?
Typical.
Again, coolness. He didn't really mention it about performance. Didn't say much about it. He will do the family job. I see he likes raised vehicles. 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 3.6 liter Sahara.
Yeah, that's a
And
cool car.
these things come with all the off-road extras, the winch, you name it.
That's a cool
So I
car.
saw a few. I've got this white one here. And what I love about these cars, the coolness factor, man, is unlimited, as it is in the name. You can remove all those doors by the beach or something and put them all back together. It's such a fun car. You can do meetings, you can do church, you can go off-roading, you can do the
That-
family job. That's the one.
Kuledi clever, yeah.
Icon.
That one I
disagree.
agree with. That's a cool
Do we
car.
still have
Downside is consumption, but
servicing? Parts?
no, the Jeep has an extensive network. They've got parts. There's no issue there. Not that I know of.
GP? Okay. Look,
He said he's got 3 cars. Wait.
okay,
Are
let's
you
wait.
rebutting? Rebut this one.
GP.
Let's hear.
Look, Jeep is cool. Yeah, it's got coolness. It's fine. He'll never take out the doors. He'll never go to a beach. He'll never take it out. So you are carrying that thing for nothing. Right?
Why are you saying? Are you talking about Zweli here?
Who have you seen take out this thing? Aibulari Beach.
I've seen plenty.
Icon.
No, are you? Wait,
Who have you seen?
Mona, Mona.
I get a nice scene because there's.
Mona. No, I
Who
haven't.
have you seen? Have you seen anyone on the beach in this car?
Yes.
Aibud.
Hey.
Like where?
Now I must tell you. I went
No,
on
I-
holiday,
that's-
got details,
okay,
so
number
I
two-
don't have photos.
Number 2, I think, number 2, no one opens it. No one ever goes off road with these things. It's
But
heavy
Linda,
on juice.
this is-
Look, it's
you
heavy
are
on juice. It's a
so-
3. Look, if you had to say 2.8, it's a 3.6. You know how much this thing will drink a liter a kilometer, I'm sure. It's heavy on fuel. It's heavy. It's not fast.
Was
Have you been inside one of these things?
Mamel,
You
was
sit
one
like this.
of his?
If
Was
it-
one of his?
Kimaka,
his-
do that so.
No, you don't.
Who do that so? Who is amen?
No. That's
It's
no. Here's the
uncovered.
thing.
Have
I'm
you-
not gonna speak over him. Take it
Okay, you'll never. Okay, we drove once. There's a friend of mine who drove from Durban with this thing. Icon. No. It's heavy on juice. It's only G wagon. It's beautiful to look at. It's cool, but you can't dispute that G wagon is annoying.
Okay. Let me speak about this.
It's annoying. It's a beautiful car, but it's.
Let me speak.
Even the doors.
Saying the same thing for the past.
Like he said,
Dude, he
one
keeps
thing,
repeating
and why
himself.
repeat?
And it's
Because
nothing.
Hannah
And you're not saying anything.
Okay, let me put this way. It's heavy on fuel.
More,
It's
yeah.
extremely heavy on fuel. Number 2, I think to service this car is
Expensive.
It's expensive.
Okay.
You're gonna have you're gonna put these big tires. That
So maintenance.
the tires.
maintenance of
to
the
put
car?
The fuel. Because you're gonna put
You
this.
said fuel
okay,
again.
No. You don't understand how much fuel.
He said, "Really got
Okay,
3."
so-
then you're not going to remove
And
the
I've got a
doors.
simple answer for fuel. He can say it 20 times.
And then the doors.
Okay.
And then the
I mean
beach.
it's every the build. I don't know how to put it. Mamadi. It's in law so.
So I get
In law so this car man. It's
Okay.
Okay,
Eric,
now, no,
Okay.
fine. We've had
Let it
enough.
go, Linda.
We've
Linda,
had enough.
like many other cars, how you drive it will determine your fuel consumption.
fair.
Nah, I know from someone who owned it, from experience, he went as low as 11, 12. Right?
He was not stepping on the accelerator.
No,
ne?
was driving normally. Yes, if you're going to be doing inner city driving, it's going to be high. But you're not routes
How
are
high?
No, but listen.
Okay.
You're not routes are high. In Ele, from Kontlung, where he lives around there, I can highwaying to the next area type thing. At best, you do 11, but it's at around 13 or so. But that's real life. A lot of these manufacturers make claims of consumption. In real life, a double cabin SUV, my man, you are sitting at about 11 anyway. I can tell you that much.
I don't believe the
You see what
level,
I'm
but
saying?
okay.
No. I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay.
Yes.
Se re tla kgolwa.
So
And I can snap it. I'll want to
You're gonna look. Send me a picture.
okay,
No.
sharp.
Okay.
Let's go to
Right.
the last one.
And then maintenance issues. If not, you must just get a warranty, a good warranty. This car will qualify with that mileage.
Like he's got
Yeah.
a good one.
And then you'll end up 6 weeks back again.
He's a smart
But
gentleman.
these engines,
Okay.
these engines are relatively bulletproof.
Look,
if that makes sense.
Look, I don't have a problem with this car per se.
Don't
I
say anything
think,
about fuel, please.
I think you can get better quality cars than this. That's it.
Sharp. Thank you.
Is that all?
Yeah, I
you
think
are
so,
saying?
yes.
Okay, sharp.
Right.
Third car, please.
Now this is a hard matter.
Yeah.
Big time.
I just saw it now. I'm gonna walk out of this door.
1996. BMW.
It's older than Jack.
5 Series.
No, it's not.
540i.
Itaka Jack.
Guys,
This
this is the limited edition manual vehicle. Only 75 were made. This is number 72. Still has the tag, has the service history. As I said, manual. We call it getrag gearbox. I said getrag, I guess.
It's a what? What is it? The one.
Yeah, well, I got to know of them. Kasandla Semfe.
Sandals and Fade,
One
yes.
down.
One
yes.
down. Yes.
But this one is not a one down, right?
What is this?
Normal.
It's
one
in English. It's called the dog leg.
Yes.
Okay.
The one is here.
Yeah, go guys,
It's
get
at
one
the
down.
4. It's at the
Okay.
bottom.
Two 10
I know
kilowatts.
Oh, I
One down.
thought it was a sports offer.
One down.
2 10 kilowatts, 410 meters torque. Right?
One down means dead, isn't it?
17-inch M5 mags, M Technic body kit. So if you know the M5 of this generation, it looked exactly like
It's not the M5 though.
So it's not.
Okay.
But it is a limited edition. The pictures I've put up here, if you look at the quality of the interior.
But it's not the M5.
This thing.
You'll always have to explain yourself.
Now I thought it's an M5.
We need a teacher in this
When
classroom,
when
right? There's a disruptive student here.
Sorry, I
Take
won't.
off
I
the
won't.
shirt.
I'll keep quiet.
Okay, it's the last time I talk about the shirt. I'm sorry. Hey,
I'll keep
Now,
quiet.
Yes, it's not a car he's going to use every day. But the guy already spoke about getting into a smaller car, into a Polo. Buy this thing, it's only going to go up in value. This is going to bring you joy. You're going to be happy owning this. But clever, coolness, you name it. Whether car, see or go drop, when you'll be driving out, you'll be getting offers for that car. I can tell you that much. Then day-to-day
Street
sponsor
cred.
pole. It's got galore, my man. It's got everything, this thing. So that's my third one. Pure heart matter.
I'm sorry, you speak
I-
because now talking told you.
No, you can talk, Maren. Now
No,
I think
respect this
I look at this car.
Don't worry, I'm coming for
I
you.
look at this guy. It's
Yeah.
old. What, 28 years old.
You did that all in your
For-
brain.
For 500 for 500,000 rand. 500,000. It look like fine. It's a collector's item, but I think it would be something that you would like because you're a BM fan. Rata BM. As a collector's item. Are you going to drive this thing every day? Would you drive it every day
No, but
if
I've
you
already
bought
said,
it?
he must drive his Polo.
Now you
every
must
day.
go buy Polo now.
Now we must buy a Polo on top of wabona our budget is etswile. So heart matter is that let it stay in your heart and let's just keep it there.
That's
Ne?
all it's a jewel.
Sorry. You know what my biggest problem with this car is?
80-20 rule, 20% of the dealer
O
can
tla
but
dila
what's
ka
very
yona?
gold.
Ah,
You know what
so.
I think the problem is with this car?
Check doesn't
You
agree.
know what I think is the problem with this car? You're gonna one day park, right? Some guy is gonna park with the M5, with M5 rims for a M5, with all these things for a M5. We're now on a 540. There's an M5, and you might go up in value, maybe. The M5 will definitely go up in value. Yeah.
Marilinda utla butleva bo hokae.
Sorry.
And what I like about this, we take a limited edition. How many were made?
Exactly.
So Braya ka utla ka M5 a ke hane. Only 72.
Sorry.
was made.
You know, the sad thing is, Mswati, Oga reka Nike, right? Right? Air. Mutava fit like a Nike, Air Force, whatever they are. You just will never be that. As much as there's two of them, you are not this. And the worst thing is that you are trying. You are trying to look like that. You are just fake. You're gonna look like
So
those
you're
guys.
saying this is a fake M5?
It is not. It is a 540.
Eh.
That's it.
Guys, this car left the factory as it is
It's 540.
with all of these things.
It's a
So you
540.
can't say it's a fake.
Bona, too,
And
so-
it's old,
and
and it's gonna give you problems.
I like your thinking, ne?
Oh,
I
God,
like your
there's so
thinking,
little power.
Mare. I'm sorry, my brother, but this one is you street. Hey, Mare, bona fresh is
It's nice, it's gorgeous.
This car will make him happiest. Talk
But-
about value before we move on. This car new was
We'll appreciate.
315. 315 new 500 now. It's going up in value.
Okay, let's talk about serious cars.
We'll get an investment bank in here. Maybe
My choices.
quickly,
right?
please.
Oh, mine is quick, but I always do this right. So the first one, SUV. I've got three.
Linda war hat it.
I've chosen three, right? So I've chosen an SUV, a bakkie, and a car.
Okay.
Right? And I've chosen the real thing, Magoy. Magoy, M5. Rega M5. Please.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 ya galenyana bana kore it laba cool one day but
Just
to appreciate
talk
it
about your
brother.
car.
Okay, firstly I thought SQ5.
Okay, why not RSQ5? Asima Cohen.
There is no RSQ. Is there RSQ5? There is a There is a RSQ5. Yes. SQ5 499 is done 120,000 Ks. It's done it's a 2018 model. You can buy the warranty, brilliant car. I don't think you can fault that.
Unreliable.
Buy warranty. Mutu.
But then
This
why,
guy.
Marilinda, why just there? You agreed with him that the car is unreliable. You are suggesting
not-
to your friend Zweli, these are the friends you keep. He's suggesting to you an unreliable car who oreke warranty for you.
Who just said unreliable? A person that just suggested 1996 car. Arle Jeep.
You know what
No, look, this car, there's nothing wrong with this
Okay.
car. You know, my friend will always say, oh, these are unreliable. There's nothing wrong with this car. They're reliable cars. They've got a diesel engine, which has actually been proven to be bulletproof. You can get a warranty with this. It's 2018 model. There's nothing wrong with this car, honestly. He knows it.
120,000.
Yeah, 120,000 is not a lot of mileage.
Okay.
Number 2, Baki. In terms of Baki, I mean Amarok 3-liter V6. Are we gonna carry on?
You're just telling him what he knows.
No, are we gonna carry on?
It's part
And
of
how
his
much
options.
is it?
In
Give
fact,
a guy,
both the
give a guy.
Q5
Yeah.
and the Amarok,
Keep going. 499. Yeah, but I'm saying
Amarok ya how mo e reng? I say 519.
519.
Why are you going over? What?
Sorry,
Bruh,
look, my
no,
brother.
no,
Look.
Linda,
Yes.
wait.
You're
What
going
do you-
over the price
it's
when you showed
519.
that your time is
With
going
no
out of your shirt.
Look, guys. If you're gonna spend guys, leave my shirt
The
alone.
more you repeat, the more we'll
Okay,
repeat.
so sharp.
And we'll
I
repeat
think-
one thing. Okay,
I'm
carry
gonna
on.
keep quiet. Right?
No, carry on.
520. The
we-
brief in 500,000.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Look. Let's put it this way. Honestly speaking, if 500,000, you're gonna pay 8,000. 520, you're gonna pay 8,050.
How do you know? Are you just guessing?
Generally, you can calculate that. Do your calculation. I agree you just did your 26-year-old. Calculate it. Divide 19,000 by 60 months. By 10 months, it's 1.9. By 20 months, it's 800. By 30 months, must carry on. So you'll pay 8,050. That's a
That's
fact.
not how the calculation works, but anyway.
Look.
Let's
No.
move on.
I'm saying.
Yeah, both are-
No, you take the 19,000 and divide it by 60 months. That's a finance period, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's not your repayment.
But I'm just saying the extra 19,000 will
Okay,
probably
fine. You've
affect
gone
you.
over, Zweli. You've got the Linda will give you the extra 19 grand. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, not 19 grand. But the
let's go.
final one that I love here is the M5 2012, 70,000 Ks. It's done 499. It's for 499,000. This will go up in value for sure.
Now I get why he was bashing your
No, but you
540.
can't. It's not an
Now I get
M5.
it, my friend.
It's not an M5. He knows it, Lena. He knows it. Lena is like, if you could get an M5 for 499, I would support him. But it's a 540. This is the
This
M5.
car's pretty old.
What, the
Speak about your
2012?
car, Chief.
12 years.
The 2012.
12 years.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his car that is old. No, this one. This is a 2012. It's a 2012 M5 that's done 70,000 Ks. It's not old. Is it old? Is it old? He's conflicted because he knows I'm right. He knows the car. He's right.
No, I'm answering the question.
Okay.
A 12-year-old car is old.
Yes.
But with 70,000 Ks, it's good mileage for the year. So I'll
So
take
you
it.
agree with me?
I'll take it. Its condition is good, and that would make it new in loose speak. You know, but it's an old car at 12 years. But it's a nice car.
All right. So let's do this, ne?
Zweli's going to take the M5.
Zweli, it's up to you, my brother. And naku feel choice ya ka ya slahla. Jack is disagreeing with every single car.
Because
here.
of class away too.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, why are you not shaking?
M5.
Agreeing with the M5. That's M5. So what about Radaka consumption? 20 times consumption.
But that's
This
the
thing
M5.
is-
I
but-
would let Jack.
but
Look,
this
the
thing- this
M5,
Okay.
it moves fast.
Let me just say, Linda, like, wow. Scratch all of your options.
Okay.
You didn't present anything interesting. Like,
Tuso?
Tuso went from sugar to shit. Like your first two options
Sugar
were
to
great.
shit.
The last one is where you.
Jack, I'm going to agree with Linda.
I mean, that's
here.
a beautiful car.
It is a beautiful car, and in a weird way, I think it has the edge because it's a collector's edition. It's limited.
La Marilyn now it's who won it is
That one
Zweli.
has the edge because it stands out on its own. Mswati, well, you get
You-
it on a curve.
Yeah, you know.
Look, guys, I'm saying if you want a collector's item, buy the current M5, this M5. It will be a collector's item. It will appreciate in price, and it's a better car.
Zweli,
That's it.
my friend. You decide Linda is selling you
He
down the
he
river.
knows. Lena Anzari, yes, damn it. Shove it one day, look for
Linda's selling you down the
that.
river. So
He
Zweli-
knows.
Zweli will let you know if we've given
But
any
to be honest,
valuable-
I'd go for the R, to
if
be
we've
honest.
given any valuable information. Let the guys that watch, please, if you want any advice, if le batla really thuse ka choosing any kind of car, even though we're laughing sometimes at the shirt, but the fact is that we give factual information, right?
It's
If
old.
you want sports betting advice,
It's old.
don't.
The less said, the better.
Don't, nah.
I will say it for a Soweto person to understand. Get 22.6.
King 26.
I get say.
But
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. So
Zweli, you decide,
Anyways.
let us know.
Zoe,
right?
if you're listening here, you are going to be listening. First choice, I'd say go for the R, right? But get a GTI because you can get a later year. But the R, there's nothing wrong. Second choice, go for the M5. That's it. The other ones, well, we had to give you 3 options.
So we get 22.6.
You'll tell us what 26
no,
means.
I don't know.
I
Just
thought
don't tell
20
us.
to 6 or quarter to 8 means you're gay or something. Whatever from C or something.
Man.
Anyway.
Lindova off-road to Vandag.
I thought so, but after 6. Kappa after 8.
Linda's one of those guys that are scared of being at home.
Let's
He's homophobic.
I'm not
I'm not
homophobic.
laughing.
I'm saying
Hey,
that's a whack joke.
Right.
Anyways.
Talking about special cars, guys.
let's go to
Okay,
Tell us about
Yeah,
special.
man. This makes me sad, even though there's a silver lining. This S-Class, for me, has always been, outside of Rolls-Royce, has been, I'd want to venture and say, the epitome of luxury, at least with a vehicle that's accessible to the mass market. Now, S-Class production has been running low because sales are low. They've been taking a knock. In the first quarter of this year, deliveries plummeted by 30% or so. That includes the AMG and Maybach derivatives, right? And then the combined deliveries of the S-Class, EQS SUV, and GLS dropped by 23%. Now, the S-Class itself is being manufactured in a factory, I can't pronounce its name, Sindelfingen, whatever, in Germany, right? They're reducing even their production capacity because they've been operating under capacity for a while. So there's a bit of a threat to the S-Class. Now, what I found interesting as well is its main rivals, BMW, Audi. BMW went up with demand. Surprise, surprise. This is now for the first half of this year, and Audi went down, right? The demand of the 7 Series and the 6 Series went up 11%. Audi, their combined top models went down by 46%, which is not surprising because of what we know about Audi.
I'm not
But
going to say anything.
a big contributing factor to this obviously now, the Chinese vehicles, we know, we always speak about them, especially the electric vehicles that are flooding the market. Outside of what the economy is, those really have disturbed the market. So the S-Class is under threat because of that. But the German and Italian governments and manufacturers are pushing back, right? They're saying, no, guys, this 2035 deadline is not going to work. We can't you can't ban internal combustion engines by then, so let's extend it. So they're negotiating, coming up with alternatives. And we spoke in one of the previous episodes about Porsche developing an e-fuel, right, which is carbon neutral. They derive carbon from the atmosphere. In the combustion process, it makes it neutral because the carbon
Oh, so is
that goes back to the atmosphere.
So is the e-fuel then saying we're not getting rid of the engine?
Yes.
Let's rather change.
Yes, that's what
the
they're trying to
Yes,
do.
yes, do a
Yes,
different
because the-
fuel.
the
Yeah,
market,
that's
we still want it.
That's smart. That's smart.
Right. But where Mercedes also lost it, I think, is with the electric range. I think they could have capitalized on the changes in the market, but they decided now to make these bulbous, ugly things. Like EQS is so ugly. You understand?
I've seen it.
Ke skolpata sela, ha santse o ntshe hlooho o tswa le gwenya, you know?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You understand? So that is hitting them hard. They're not moving those. They're not moving the S-Classes. But the silver lining I was talking about is that there may be an electric S-Class, pure S-Class on the horizon. In a similar style that what BMW did, got the 7 Series. The i7 and the 7 Series look the same, not these ugly things. So there's a rendering that I have here which will put up of what the new S-Class could possibly look like. And I think for me, this will be a saving grace. So then they can be able to run the electric range and the internal combustion range parallel to one another. Because for me, the death of the S-Class would be a very sad thing.
It can't happen.
You understand? More life to the S-Class. As I wrote here, we can't have the S-Class go. But I think Mercedes is having a hit and miss with a lot of their
Cars.
models. We're speaking about the SL last time. Incidentally, I saw a video by go YouTube, the LC 500, and the guy was reviewing it. He said, "This is what the S Class should have been. The S Class cap, you know, instead of that SL."
So yeah, no, this makes me sad, Nashem, because I've always been popular from the days of Ted Hoffman.
Yes, the big S-Class.
The big S-Class.
Yeah. The one with-
I've always, ever since that time, rata this car, you know, and now that it's the Mastopa production, that thing, you know, it's, as you say, it's been an epitome of king elegance, of luxury, you know,
opulence,
you know,
all of that for the working person who understand.
The S-Class was, the thing I loved about the S-Class is that if you wanted to know what future cars are going to have inside them,
technology-wise,
you look at the S-Class.
Yes.
Like the Ted Hoffman that you're talking about, I don't know the code name. You know the square ones? I think 1988, 1990, early 90s.
Yeah, before the 2000s.
You remember when you reversed it?
Princess Diana.
Yeah, when you reversed it, it had the, before the, it had those two aerial things coming out.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those things? It had the two aerial things coming up. You know what that was for? So you can see where the boot is.
Oh,
it was because there was no censored, it had those two aerial things coming up to show you.
Okay.
And I think earlier we were talking about the butler service.
Yes.
That was a Mercedes-Benz thing. ABS, S-Class, airbag, S-Class. Again, distant control S-Class. So if they're not going to invest in S-Classes to tell us what's coming in the future, then what?
Yeah.
And again, I blame you. We buy SUVs, because why would I buy S-Class if I can buy a Range Rover?
That's true.
Because an S-Class is an S-Class, my man.
But people are
S-Class.
nah, but you understand. I agree with you completely, because me and you are car heads, like S-Class. But the typical guy out there, like him, they will go and get a SUV, a Range Rover, these long wheelbases and what. And like, look at celebrities now. Before, 10, 20 years ago, they'd come out of the S-Class. Now they're coming out of
fair enough. You're making a valid point.
So it's a very sad,
but
sad,
for the
sad
discerning
point.
buyer, you know, you still appreciate an S-Class. And
I don't understand why the BM is selling. Just doesn't make sense.
Look, it's ugly. Don't get me wrong, as a BMW fan, I said, but it's taken over the role of S-Class technology.
I suppose it's got
by a
that
lot.
new...
And something I omitted is electric engines, EV engines, or electric vehicle engines, you know what I mean, are better suited, in my view, for cars such as this. Look at the Rolls-Royce Spectre.
For
You see what I'm saying?
quietness.
It's quiet, it's refined, and I think that's why the 7 Series sells so well. They were able to do that in the 7 Series body, not in some Skolpata EQS.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
The EQ.
Look, it's a sad day. The day that this goes out of business.
I hope they rescue it so that we don't have this.
I doubt
Let's
if
hope
the
this
more...
fuel, what do you call it again?
The e-fuel. as they
E-fuel.
call it
But
now.
Porsche is the one
can
that's
save
leading
the
with that.
industry.
Yeah,
And I
they're
haven't
leading,
seen...
they are testing there, and I really hope it
Can I
comes
have
to
I've
fruition.
got a little bit of a conspiracy. I think there's a push for this because of a particular economic model. I don't think batteries are the future. This is my conspiracy. I think hydrocells are the future. Fuel. There's a whole lot of other things we can use. A hydrocell doesn't need you to charge. It uses hydrogen. You can go to a thing and pump it. It actually takes out water at the end of the. I think that is where they should be invested in. If it was seriously about the carbon emissions. Right now, there's been nickel mining everywhere. Nickel has become.
The environment is taking a knock.
Yeah, I think there's a financial issue there, but
Obviously.
yeah. But something that has been rescued, guys, is a Golf. There's an 8.5.
Are we getting it in South Africa?
Yeah, I think we're getting in South Africa. I'll get the prices for you. We are getting in South
Are they
Africa.
trying to go Italian
What do you mean?
with those rims? Those are
Oh, the
straight Alfa Romeo.
Alfa
rims.
Romeo rims, yes. But so what? Imitation
How the
is
Golf
is the best one
8.5 what,
flattery.
GTI?
GTI. In South Africa, only getting the GTI. You know that, okay? And the
Only?
R and
Yeah, like it's
Ka Golf
happening
for
with
now,
the
Yeah,
only
we don't
the
get a
GTI.
1.6.
Akasathola like before
1.4. You don't buy them.
Now, but currently, what do we have?
There's
Like
a GTI
and
R
a GTI only.
You'll get a Club
Ever
Sport.
since when? Because
The new ones.
3.
They-
GTS and then there was a GSX.
Yeah,
Obeli
no, there are too
GTI,
many
then
models.
Obeli the VR6.
Yeah, that
Guys,
was
from-
1980.
To answer your question, from Golf 8,
8.
they say
There's only GTI.
Only
GTI and
GTI.
R.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a new midlife, most they have 0.5s now. And I think, look, if there's a new GTI coming out, just wait for the 8.5. They would have fixed everything. The first thing, never complain again. There's a couple of things that was wrong. Firstly, the buttons on the screen, on the driver's
steering
thing, were these
It's called the steering wheel.
Steering wheel.
The driver thing.
The driver thing. That's a car guru right there. The driver thing. Oh,
I never claimed to be a car guru. I never claimed to be.
but another Moruna Jack last week. Stick to sports, stick to lights, will stick to cars. The driver thing, my friend.
Look, guys, I'm also accommodating women, the driver thing. But the steering wheel.
Dude is so sexist. What?
I know.
Homophobic,
I'm
He
sexist.
likes
What
to, and
else,
he's
bro?
contradictory as
Fine,
well.
fine, I'm
Because
joking.
hey, women know the koloi, but it's a Range Rover. I'll never forget that.
Dude.
Now all of a sudden I'm accommodating women.
Yes,
Modimo
I'm
panisha ka
accommodating
mokgwa.
everyone. Again.
I dreaming alpha. Eh?
Okay. Anyways, I get alpha that trim.
Yeah,
It looks like
147, 114,
it's a whole
145.
clover leaf. It's a clover leaf.
4-leaf clover.
4-leaf clover. Hey. Hi, Tuesday's on me today. Okay, 4-leaf
give him a
clover.
break, give him
Fine.
a break.
No, it's okay. Carry on.
Okay, it's fine.
So it's an 8.5. It's a midlife thing. So the steering wheel, not the wheelie thing. Yeah, steering
Yeah,
wheel.
steering wheel.
Firstly, there was an issue with the buttons. It was haptic. What do you call it? Haptic.
Heptic, yeah.
So there weren't buttons. There's these screens, and it was a problem.
Oh,
The screen was a bit small. And then, the funny thing, I don't know how they missed it. That guy should be shot. The volume thing, it doesn't have volumes now. You slide it. It didn't backlight. You couldn't see it.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Someone should have been shot. I'm sure that guy was shot by VW. It didn't light. You guess.
no.
So that was the issue.
But how the hell did it pass whatever?
I
it
don't
needs to
know.
pass?
But I've read a couple of places. Everyone was saying they were cutting a lot of costs with the GTI. Like the GTI 7.5 felt better quality than they were cutting like the mirrors. The GTI 5 had a rimless mirror. This one had a normal mirror that could be found on the other ones.
So are you saying this is poor quality?
No. I don't think it was poor quality. Whatever it was, they missed. I mean, cars, those buttons that are haptic is cool, but it doesn't work. It's like a screen fell again. A car with just a screen, they get dirty and there's fingerprints, and that freaks me out. So we need a knob somewhere there. So it had one of those. So they've changed that. The steering wheel has buttons. The temperature, the places have got a backlit. The infotainment screen is big. So it's a bit more powerful. It's got 195 kilowatts now. What's changed outside, there's xenon lights front and back, like proper xenon lights. And that unibrow thing, you can switch it off. You can switch it. You could switch it off.
Yeah,
But I
the
don't like
daytime
the
running
unibrow.
lights.
Yeah, I don't like
What's
the
the
unibrow.
unibrow?
Have you seen it's got the one light in front?
The daytime running light between the two
Yeah,
headlamps.
it's the
Oh,
same.
okay,
yeah.
yes.
It's a unibrow.
yes.
There's a cartoon. You know that cartoon? Which cartoon was that? The yellow cartoon, man. I think there was a cartoon, man. You know that guy, ne?
I know what you're trying to say, but
You
I
know.
don't know who it is. Yes.
Takalani Sesame or something. He had one brow. Okay. So I like it. I think it's good. I think you should just every time just wait for the 8.5. They would have fixed all the things and it looks better.
Yeah, look, it's beautiful. I've always liked the look of the 8.
Yeah.
But from these images, I'm struggling to see. Maybe I'll put them next to each
Next
other.
to each
I'm
other.
struggling to see that difference.
Between the 8
look
and
at- if you look-
8.5.
I'll put them there. If you look at the lights, you can see. Look at the backlights. You can see there's LED.
Yeah.
The bumper is also a bit
Oh, yeah,
different.
yeah.
Can
The
you
lights,
see?
yeah. The lights
And then they've got
definitely
the
at the
3D. Which one that is? The 3D thing.
3D?
The badge and the 3D. The VW.
Oh, yeah.
It's a-
Which one?
They get the bag. They've got 3D. What? There's
Okay.
something about the 3D bag.
Oh, yeah. I
Yes,
know him.
yes.
I read
Oh,
about last
okay.
time.
Okay, next. We talked about it last week, actually.
the non-inner? Energy string.
There's a new one. It's not a new one. It's updated.
Yeah, facelift.
It's gorgeous, guys. I think.
But they've taken forever, eh?
But it
you
shows. It shows. It was a beautiful
Okay.
car to start off with. I mean, that car's 10 years old now.
Yeah, something like that.
It's 10 years.
What
XC90.
are you talking about?
The Volvo
Volvo
XC90.
yes.
It's a 10-year-old car, and it still didn't look bad.
Bad, yeah.
Now they've changed a couple of things. It's got new Range Rover vibes with me. It looks like a new Range Rover. I'll put it up on the screen. So what has increased? What has changed? Okay, there's a new grill. There's new tires, 20-inch tires. It looks better inside. They've updated, and the screens are better. They're bigger. You know, the engine is a big thing. The T8. It's a 2-liter engine it's a hybrid, right? 335 kilowatts of power.
T80 king, because
It's a name. It's a name.
oh, kind of T4.
T4. No, T4. Yeah.
That's the more
T4.
performance orientated,
Yeah, the
more
T is
powerful.
the
Kitty
performance
T.
one. Yours, it was a 2-liter
T-
T. It was a
two-liter-
S40 T4 again.
Yeah.
It was a 2-liter turbo.
The
Remember?
T4,
I remember the
T6,
green
those,
one.
yeah.
So it's a T8. It's got a 2-liter engine. I don't think they should put 2-liter engines.
Guys, what's this thing? Can it 2-liter? Because like most
Consumption. I get it. There's this
2-liter,
consumption nonsense. Everyone, green. Do you see the backlights? They've got new lights styling. They've got new backlight styling. It's softer. It's got the new Range Rover vibes. You know, like the new Range Rover is tried to hide the creases. It looks like one shell. It's also got the vibe. It's still got the hammerhead lights. Beautiful car. I think it's gorgeous.
I actually think it's a bit more edgy, a little bit more square,
Yeah, and it's
but in a nice way.
It's a nice,
beautiful.
yeah.
No, it's
I
a nice
think it's
car.
I
gorgeous.
think it looks nice.
Everything, the audio system has been improved. Dashboard has been improved. Yeah, the thing that surprised me is the 335 kilowatts with the 8-speed gearbox. That's a lot of power.
What's the pricing?
I don't have the pricing. I'll put it up once we get it. But I'm sure it should be, what is it now? Almost close to 2 million?
Sure.
Almost close to 2 million, I think.
And of course,
1.8,
you
1.7.
know it's known for its safety.
What I'm hoping for is that they will go closer to the GLS and the X5 and even the Range Rover in features, what they offer, and the quality. That's what
I
I'm
think, yeah.
because the current one is just below. You know, there's certain things you'll find in those other brands that you won't find.
Don't you think that's a whole strategy? They don't want to compete with them.
Okay, then below up.
Yeah, I think no one else touches them on this
Is this
thing.
thing a hybrid?
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
It's got 3 engines. I think all of them are hybrid. It's a 7-seater. It's just below the Merc, just above the Toyotas. So I think it's playing alone in that. Maybe a Q7. Maybe.
Volvo.co.za, Auto Baltic Midrand.co.za.
Why are you talking about why?
Starting price.
Why?
I'm giving you the price.
What is it?
1.452.
That's a D6.
that's the current
starting.
That's a current one. It's a D6, I think.
Okay, so there's a
There's a
So this
look
is a
for
new
a
one.
T.
It's a
T.
facelift.
It's a D6. Look for a T. Should be about 2 million. So I'm sure it will
Probably
be a bit more.
will be
than-
around there.
Yeah, it will
If
be
your
a bit more.
X7 is like about 2.4,
Yeah.
2.5, GLS even more, it should be around 2 million.
Yeah, so I don't think it's competing with that. So what else? Oh yes, I wanted to talk about the Vanquish, but that is a story for another day.
It's
I actually
vanquishing.
think I think we should put. I want to put a proper show about this new Vanquish.
Okay.
It disappeared. It's back again. To give you a quick one, it's a V12, 605 kilowatts. Yeah, it's the most powerful Aston Martin, legal Aston Martin.
that needs
own show.
time, yeah.
And besides that, I think I should come with Larry Kitlegan last time.
Humble pie.
No, it was one presentation.
PowerPoint.
Yeah, PowerPoint. So I
the
think
guy.
if I carry on, I'll be PowerPointing. But besides that, yeah, that's all I've got that is new.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's nice. Hey, gents. Lona, you laughed at Anikilinda. Last week you laughed when I said
It's not my serious today.
the people went onto the bus. Khala, khala, khala. So I offended
Khla, khla,
people
khla, khla.
last week when
I
I said
laughed.
that. People got
I actually said that was
offended.
racist.
Barina, hey. So the facts are. Don't laugh. The facts are there was a suicide bomber who went onto a Sri Lankan bus at the cricket and he blew himself up and the driver died and players got injured. That's
When
a
was
fact.
this?
It happened in Pakistan. It's quite some time back.
Oh.
That's why Pakistan got banned from having international cricket being played in their country. Then the second part of the criticism I got, I get a match fixing last week and we're speaking about Asian countries and we said Pakistan is, and people are like, why are you making it seem like it's just
Pakistan.
us?
Okay.
Right? So I did some digging.
But you said what in the bus?
No, nothing. Let's leave it. Let's
You
leave
did
it.
say, actually, if you said you are a racist dude.
Let's leave
You
it.
said they do what in the past?
Nothing. So that
I'm
is-
going to put it back on just to.
that is past, ne? So I just did some digging in terms of players who have been banned for match fixing for corruption in cricket. Look, South Africa is not clean by any means, ne? Not clean by any means. But in international cricket, number 1, Salim Malik, Pakistan.
Salim Malik.
Ata Ur Rahman, Pakistan. Muhammad Azharuddin, India. AJ Sharma, India. AJ Jadeja, India. Manoj Prabhakar, India. Hansi Cronje, Herschel Gibbs, Henry Williams, Maurice Odombe. That's just the top 10.
Look, Salim Malik was how,
He was a top. He's actually, yes. The name will ring a bell because he was.
No, I know Salim Malik. Was he involved in?
Yes, banned in 2000
Sure.
for offering bribes. The first cricketer to be banned for a lifetime for corruption. And also first cricketer to be jailed. Right? So, I'm not saying Asians are fixers.
Especially corrupt.
Yes, I'm not saying they're fixers, but it just seems that their hands are in the
But
cookie
what did you
jar.
say they say in the past?
Nothing. Now, let's leave that part, ne? And I want then re bue ka South African corruption, and we know the biggest scandal to have ever hit our shows was Hansi Cronje, who.
The devil made me do it.
This guy. And there were people that were believing him.
Or the devil made him.
Let's pray for Hansi. Next day, I'm a
Come on now.
It's gonna be bad. He came back and
But he never went to jail.
he died.
No, but he never went to jail or anything.
He died before anything started. He
Did
just
he?
Udumate. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry I did it. I took 10,000 and 15,000, but I think
It was more than-
they say he took more. Ne?
Blamed it on the devil.
From cricket?
He was banned from cricket. I get about there was supposed to be a criminal case against him because in actually what happened, Honosina Molao in South Africa at that time, that would get you prosecuted for match fixing. Then after this Hansi thing, that's where they brought it in.
So he pulled a Gavin Watson.
Most probably.
I was about to ask you.
No, I still say.
He's somewhere there.
His plane disappeared in the mountains.
He's chilling with
One-
Tupac,
No, man, it
Elvis.
crashed, got George.
George.
That's what they say.
But we saw it wasn't the news.
But
Unless
We
if
saw
you said he wasn't in
we
there.
saw Gavin Watson's car. We saw Kimang
A cloth.
Steinhoff's blood stains. Kimang, that guy was Steinhoff. We saw his blood stains. Right?
Marcus Jooste.
This guy, listen, man, he received millions. At one point he offered the team 250,000 US. And by the way, Anale
Powerful.
not powerful. Ukilabona a leader that people follow. Ne? He was so influential that when he spoke, people bana ba kgona ho mo follow. Ne? And Daryl Cullen, one of the guys, he said, in one breath, he says to them, "I'm offering you 250 US for us to lose this game." And in the same breath, he said, "And I'm thinking about you guys." You understand? And that could mean anything. I mean, if you'd not want me to be involved in corruption, right? But happy if this could make a difference, you know? So that is, I think, the first one that came up, South Africa. And yet again, it was an Asian
So can I ask
bookie.
you something? What has been done by cricket to stop this?
So what they did then after Hansi, a law was passed, right? And in most countries, laws were passed that if you are found to be involved in fixing, spot fixing or match fixing. So there's two things. Like there's spot fixing. Spot fixing is, I put 1,000 rand on Linda to say, Linda otlo bowla di no ball, it's A4 out of his spell of 10 overs. He'll bowl 4 no balls, right? And Linda makes sure that he bowls in that spell, he bowls the
4
no
no
balls
balls.
A4. We understand. Or I think in one of the cases, the Herschel Gibbs, he was paid to make less than a certain number of runs. Right? So whatever and you're betting well. Unzo sharper. Maybe Bali, you're not going to make more than 50. How low 48? All of a sudden, inexplicably, you hit it straight at the fielder. And you know, Barry, a dolly, they call it a dolly. It's just a catch in it. You understand? So those are the things. And that is why when I watch cricket, and especially when I watch this team that they frustrate you because they have some of the most talented players in the world.
They play whack sometimes.
Naturally talented. But then the way Ganakongoba lose the game from a winning position, and because of the stigma that is attached to their whole cricket, I mean, not just international, but even domestic cricket, it's just littered. I mean, if you go down this list, international cricket, you go to domestic cricket, right? So let me not prejudice them haholo. I've spoken about the South Africans, and then most recently, the Rem Slam T20. Again, and I'm sorry, it was Gulam Bodi, an Indian-born South African, who introduced. No, I'm not being. Guys,
it's factual. Okay,
these are facts. He's an Indian-born South African. He played for South Africa at some point. Very talented cricketer. I like that guy. He's one of the few, or the first cricketers that played aggressive cricket up front. What's about when you're an opening batsman, you must have technique and you must block, hit the ball along the ground.
That's why I quit cricket.
Gulam Unanali, this thing, man, he was so aggressive, and I liked his style of play. Nadala the Gauteng Lions, ne? And then Gulam.
So what are you saying? What are you saying?
So I to Mengatsona, and he introduced a bookie to some of the players. Lonabo Tsotsobe, Tamitso Lekile, Pumi, Pumelelo Machikwe, I think Machikwe, Ethimbalati. Now, these players, and here's the conspiracy speed. Ietsa hits this thing, Rem Slam T20 fine. Ba itlohela ka nako eo. Le Alvaro Peterson. Alvaro Peterson goes on to play for the Proteas, opening batsman. He was opening with Graham Smith. Very good batsman. Ale sharp, ale strong. Lonabo Tsotsobe gets into the Proteas team, gets to be number 1 in the world, ODI bowler in the world. Ethi was knocking on the door because he was the top domestic bowler in the country, right? Tami was the best wicket keeper in the country, right? Very talented player, good batsman. But now he's in the shadow of Mark Boucher. Mark Boucher, stalwart, fine. We're not going to, I mean, the records speak for themselves. Issue Ikala when Tami was very vocal because he knows his worth, if we have to use that term. And he starts speaking out about these things. Guys. You know?
Bookies.
Why are we we're not getting there yet. Why are we not being given opportunities to play for the Proteas? Right? Up to a point where this guy who were England tour, we choose 2 wicket keepers. The main wicket keeper, the backup. Mark Boucher, during a practice game, the worst of worst lucks, right? He's standing up to a spinner. Bolo Shapadi stamps, so the bail flies and hits him in the eye and pops his eye. Right? He's out of the tour. He's blind in one eye. Naturally, who should replace him?
The second guy.
You know what they did? They took A.B. de Villiers, who can keep a little bit, and turned him into a wicket keeper, and then got someone else to come in to the team. Tami Udutsida.
Okay, now we're talking about two things.
So no, this is where then it goes to the match fixing. These people then bangwala lengolo to CSA, Bolo Narbo Tsotsobe, Botamitso Lekile, and all of these people to say we are not happy with this. After this letter has been sent, all of a sudden now these match fixing allegations surface. And they born hasemaka because they all admitted. Some of them they were charged for not coming to report. So Linda azama home bribe. I didn't take the bribe,
but you
but
didn't
the
report.
fact that I did not come and report. Because it's part of the rules.
Now.
So there are rules that have been set in place by the ICC to say, guys, any approach from bookies, zwagalang le re jwetseng so that we can investigate. If you don't do that, it's seen as if you are willing. We understand that time he was accused of having taken hundreds of thousands of rands. So they all got banned, and they got huge bans. Now Basebalwana trying to fight back and saying, you know what, we were being targeted, so they'll never win. But that's the ugly side of cricket, unfortunately. And in most sports, it happens as well. So, it was bad. Gulam, by the way, he's the first South African that got jailed. He got 5 years. He got 5 years, unfortunately, in jail. So that was the end of his career, lifetime ban.
So back in Israel, makishini.
Magishining? What do you mean, Wakenijwanko
Never
magishining?
mind, it's fine.
Okay, I didn't get it.
He's a sports guy.
I didn't get it.
So
So that was
Pakistan.
Bagula, Moswaka, batlile ka bus and someone shouted something. So that was just me finishing off and saying, I'm sorry if I offended anyone by my comments
Do
about
not
the
cancel
bus.
before Qala.
But I'm sorry. And then
Before we
just-
start, you're
just
canceling us.
quickly, we spoke about the rugby. I was almost right. It was a 6-point game.
But me and Jack predicted that again.
Yeah, it was a 6-point game. This one was more nipping the butt. Yeah, no,
I called you there. I was like,
I know this one means that's my the one in Joburg. I was comfortable, even though we were behind, né? But no. So your boy came on second half.
who?
Sasha.
He missed two.
He came on second half. But he plays well, man.
No.
I was reading now. There's another article. I think they're going to Argentina. So Barry.
For fun though.
No. It's actually on the line because Argentina whipped Australia by 40.
But we won the cup already.
No, we haven't.
Yes.
The cup we won. So what's about it's the Castle Championship is a series on its own, ne? But within the series, there's a mini series. So the rivalry of South Africa le New Zealand is called the Freedom Cup. Honalia, New Zealand and Australia is called the Bledisloe Cup. Yeah, the two games, whoever.
Okay.
And then I get to be Argentina if there's a name for it.
Oh, so there's a cup where the 4 nations.
But I get we are playing towards the rugby championship.
Oh.
But within the rugby championship, honali series nyana inyane, the Bledisloe. So we won the Freedom Cup, which is the series between New Zealand and South Africa. Wabona.
So now the Argentina won and Australia.
I don't know what Argentina, what they will call it, but this is still
Part of
part
it.
of I get it, Castle Championship. It's 4 countries. Ne? So there was an outcry from people saying, I mean, Australia lost by 40 points.
I know.
Argentina at one point scored 38 straight points with no reply.
I don't know what's happening with
What
Australia.
happened there?
No, but here's the thing, and even with New Zealand, ne, the decline of these two countries, it coincided South Africa moving to go and play in the Northern Hemisphere. So our
I've
club
heard that.
rugby now,
I've heard that.
Harisa Dlala with the Southern Hemisphere, which is New Zealand, Australia, Fiji, Argentina, and us. Ne?
I
We've
disagree.
moved-
I
We've-
disagree.
So no, listen.
I disagree.
I'm
Firstly,
not saying-
I
I'm not
disagree
saying
with the
this
fact
is
that you're saying New Zealand has declined. It hasn't declined. I don't
Come
think
on,
it's declined.
Linda. We've beaten New Zealand.
Yeah,
4
it
times
doesn't
in a
me-
row.
it doesn't necessarily
They've
mean that they've
lost to
declined.
Argentina in most recent times.
Argentina can be upset, but I don't think it's declined, New Zealand.
No,
you saw it last week, Mswats. You can't say it's declined.
Linda,
you saw it in the
what's
World
that-
Cup.
You know what this is like? Wapula Chiefs, let's say Sundowns now. Ne? When a team comes up against Sundowns, whether ke Moswahla, Wamagcina on the table. When you come up against a top quality side, you lift your game. You understand? And I'm not saying New Zealand ke muswahla, ne? But I'm just saying when you've got a South Africa New Zealand rivalry, then the stakes automatically
higher.
do you understand? Luena as a player, it's one you want to tick off and you want to say I had a good one. Do you understand?
But guys, you understand deterioration is Australia. That's deterioration.
And and you know why? I can remember who's feeding the national team. It's the clubs, right? If your club system is swagger, automatically your national team will be weak. I mean, these people, besides the Australia and New Zealand,
You're England.
Unless you're England is I get the these people, ne? New Zealand, Australia, when we're playing Super Rugby, Neretzeba World Cup, the top four, South Africa, New Zealand,
England.
Australia. England was never.
No.
Argentina,
Okay.
Nahana Argentina. They are sort of, we'll call them newcomers into the game, but because they played in Super Rugby, they were top 4 contenders at every World Cup. Do you understand? Because of the strength of
the club.
Now, Nahake Sheba, it looks as if you've lost the biggest contributor to this competition, which is the Springboks or the South African rugby. That's just me. I mean, if you look now, the Bulls URC squad that's been chosen, that's going to play the United Rugby Championship. That's where we play England, Wales. Né? Probably Jake White is saying he can now be able to pick a Springbok in every position. That's just the Blue Bulls. We understand. Bo Ketley Arons, Kanan Moody, Johan Goosen, do you understand? That's the quality. Now imagine go New Zealand, the South Pacific competition. If you're not playing an Australian team, you're playing a team from Fiji. And no disrespect.
Yeah, you don't get
But
good competition.
we understand
would
how to lay
deteriorate.
competition is. So
And that's sad.
That's sad because then it affects the national team. It affects world rugby. It seems now as if Dinto they are moving north. We understand that the power. Yeah, rugby is moving north, and I used to enjoy the north-south rivalry, and we would always come out tops as the south. You know, I was a south person. Okay, New Zealand, England. I'm always New Zealand. Do you understand? So that's for me. The funny thing I heard Kasasha was Barry. He's playing so good now. You need to get him a white chick to keep him.
Oh yes.
To keep him in check. So yeah, that's my sports roundup. Harina.
Look, guys, quickly, Cracky Mechanic. There's a question for Cracky Mechanic before we forget. There's a Dumi who lives in Hartbees. He's got the X5, BMW X5, 2015. Every time he parks the car for a while, so I suppose something to do with the
Air suspension.
Air suspension. Probably has experienced it a lot.
No.
Anyways, so Cracky Mechanic, please answer that.
So that sounds like an air suspension problem. So we should have that checked out. If it drops on the one side, then with air suspension you don't have to change both shocks at the same time. So whichever one is messed up, he can, if it's leaking, then he can change the one. But if it's both, then he has to change both. But also, he needs to find someone that knows how to properly fit it, because there's a procedure to it. If you don't follow the procedure, you risk having the same problem after fitting it, and that is, money lost. And look, from suppliers, we're looking, aftermarket suppliers, we're looking at anything between 2.5 to 5.7, depending on where you get it. There's a couple of places I've seen online. There's a couple of places. Yeah, the cheapest is 2.5 from suppliers, and the most expensive I've seen is 5.7.
Per shock.
Just for what? Yeah.
Bonds. And then lastly, just to close off, ticket we're playing a 2-week ticket. Ne?
Yeah.
And I asked you guys, and Your niggas didn't do jack.
No, I didn't even know where to start, Chief.
Ne? But
He probably
anyway,
did.
did you do something?
No.
He didn't do his homework. I
Fine.
looked. I don't know
So
what.
I'll-
I
I'll
don't even
do-
know what the hell I was supposed to look at.
Ticket daddy team Z6. So what I was saying, find 2 teams that you like. You're a Man United fan. Find another team. You're a Barca fan. You know?
Yeah.
You're a Barca fan. Game about Zalang. Predict.
Sure.
And then let's put it on the ticket. So I'll give you time. Then we still have a little bit of time. We'll do the
Yeah.
ticket maybe closer to the weekend. And then last thing, shout out to Talent Dembata.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What
Yeah,
happened?
that guy saved us twice.
Dude,
Who's it?
what a player.
Bafana
Real
player.
talented
Oh.
player.
He's really talented, hence the name. Where they knew
Real talent. Oh, we played Bafana.
Yeah, they
You
played
must-
twice.
you must
He
tell
saved
me
us-
every time they play
he
because
saved us twice, scoring in additional. Referee optional.
90
time.
plus 5.
90 plus 5. Scoring the first game, he scored the equalizer.
Yes.
And now yesterday he scored the winner against the world's youngest country, South Sudan.
But Apollos did well as well. That
Yeah,
brace
Apollos
was,
with the
I
brace.
love the way he's playing.
And Bafana now.
Is this Bafana?
Yeah. To be honest, Bafana.
I've been hearing good things about
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, they're playing well for me.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can qualify for AFCON.
But do you hear Gaten was
And
like,
have
if you
more
don't,
local
if you
soccer
don't,
content.
if you don't qualify, and if you don't qualify, he's going to fire. Ularen, to fire Danny Jordan.
Mama!
No, man.
Yeah, he said that.
Everyone
He
has
said that if they don't qualify, they're out.
No, man, already they on Danny Jordan's case, eh?
But how long has it been?
I don't
I
know.
mean, come on, the president.
Yeah, no. Let's see what happens there. So yeah, let's see what
Alright.
happens next